The lights hit me first. White, bright, and blinding. Then I heard my name echo across the room, and suddenly, every pair of eyes turned towards me. My heart was racing loudly as I stood lonely on that stage, closer and closer to exploding. My hands were shaking, my breath was unsteady, and for a moment, I wondered if my voice would even work when I opened my mouth. This was my first time speaking in front of a large audience. I was there to give a talk at a conference where the motivation was for teachers to hear from students' perspectives. My topic that day was a personal one: how failure can act as a catalyst for one's successes. I was there because, like many of us young people, I have ideas that I want to live outside my own head. The funny thing is, even when we want to speak up, we don't always believe the world wants to listen to us. And that was me, full of thoughts and opinions, but never fully convinced my voice mattered. However, what I was yet to discover was that I was one sentence away from changing the way I would act forever. As I started speaking, I looked over to my left, searching for skepticism, thinking, oh, he has to be laughing in front of all of his friends, judging me and everything. Wait, he isn't. I looked over to my right, thinking the same for that group up in the top right corner. Wait, they aren't. I kept speaking, but the room remained calm. No one laughed, no one judged. Some smiled, and several nodded. And with every word, I felt a stronger connection with the crowd. And more importantly, something inside me shifted. The fear loosened. My breathing evened out. And by the time I reached that last sentence, I wasn't terrified anymore. I felt victorious. I had overcome my fears. And more importantly, as people came up to me afterwards, I realized I had made the impact I'd hoped. The thing is, I didn't suddenly become confident or fearless when I stood on that stage. It was in that moment of facing my fear, speaking that first sentence, and the room didn't reject me, that the gateway opened up for me. More importantly, after the talk, I noticed real changes, not just in my own confidence, but in my interactions with others. Conversations felt more real. People I talked with started to respond with more curiosity, attention, and respect. I'm approached by teachers more frequently too, receiving and giving feedback on matters. I've not only built new relationships, but also strengthened pre-existing ones. And that didn't happen because I suddenly changed who I was. It happened because I took a risk and stopped hiding the part of myself that had something to say. As young people, we spend so much time being careful. Careful not to say the wrong thing, careful not to be judged, because with so much controversy and action in the world of today, it can feel daunting to make a point. But all that carefulness has a cost. It shrinks us. It turns thoughts and opinions into drafts that are never spoken aloud, and then the room gets shaped by the few who don't hesitate. When I started speaking up more often, the world around me opened up. Now, for me, this meant engaging in more conversations, questioning those who might have different views from me, and overall participating more. And this was enough to show me that staying silent had been holding me back far more than speaking ever could. But this isn't just my story. It's something many of us feel, but rarely say out loud. I want you to all take a look at the person on your left. Now to the person on your right. In England, a government survey from 2024 found that half of young people feel as if their voice does not matter in the decisions affecting their country. That's the equivalent of one of the two people you just looked at not speaking up. That's devastating. That's not a lack of opinions, it's a lack of belief that anyone is listening to them. As young people, we're often told we're the next generation, like our voices are meant to be heard tomorrow, like our turn will come later. But the thing is, we're part of the world that's being built right now. And if we're part of it, shouldn't we help shape it? We don't become powerful someday in the future. We become powerful the day we decide our voices deserve a space and engage thoughtfully. Confidence doesn't magically appear, and neither does influence. They grow slowly, from the first time we speak, and every time we speak after that, even when it feels uncomfortable. The key point is, the world starts to take us seriously the moment we start taking our own voices seriously. So, what I learned from that stage wasn't how to give a perfect speech. It was something much simpler. Our voices don't have to be powerful. They don't have to be flawless. They just have to be spoken and heard. As young people, we're here, we care, and if we want to have a say in the future, we must speak, even quietly at first, to remind the world that young people are not just watching the future happen, we're invested in it. So, here's my challenge for everyone in the audience today, especially for the young people. This week, I want you to share one opinion you would have normally kept to yourself. Anything counts, just to practice taking up space and speaking up. And if you're someone who already finds this easy, your challenge is different. Make it feel safer for someone else. Ask them, what do you think? And actually listen. Because it's never about saying everything. It's about saying that first sentence, the one that opens up the door. One opinion won't change the world, but it will change you. And that's where change starts. So, if I have to leave you with one final message, it's this. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room. You don't have to have the perfect words. To have a say in the future, we must share our opinions today. Because the world doesn't change when a few of us speak up, it changes when more of us do. Thank you.